it feels like it might be a little bit cooler today. I didn't even look at the forecast yet. So I need to do that before I let the goats out to see if I have to plan on hurrying out here and getting them out of a rainstorm. We've had a lot of rain. We had a big storm in the middle of the night last night. And we had a big storm in the middle of the night before. So we've been pretty wet around here. Saturday night when we went to our friend's house for dinner, like we normally do on Saturdays, we made sure that we left there like right at dusk. But just in the 10-minute drive it took us to get home, it got dark. And when we got home, the goats had busted through the fence again. But this time I found that the fence was off. So when Ryan had gone out to give them an extra flake of hay right before we left, he apparently forgot to turn the fence back on. So luckily, I don't think they were out very long, and the barrels that they were able to kick over and knock the lid off of were pretty empty. So they didn't overeat too much, but it was still pretty scary, and we still need to figure out a way to secure those lids so that if it does happen where they have more time, or if we had just filled it up, they wouldn't get sick, and that would be bad. This is really weird because they have not done this before. There's all of a sudden now they're wanting to break through the fence and go in as soon as it gets dark. It makes me wonder if there might be like something that's out here at night that's scaring them. But either way, we need to address the situation and get it under control. Of course, the fence being off was probably a big part of it, but we'll see. So, unfortunately, my awesome, completely full and lush pepper plant that was ready to start having yellow pepper fruit is completely gone. Look what they did to it. It's gone. And they also ate the blueberries again, which I should have planted anyway, but darn it. Well, darn. I couldn't tell from back there at the entrance to the garden, but it looks like my goats ate a bunch of my peanut plants in this section. That's disappointing. Sorry I haven't been posting videos every day lately. I've just been trying to do it when I can and make sure that the quality is really well. And I've also been working on my blog, so that's taken up some of my time. Those of you that have taken a moment to go check out my blog, I appreciate it. It's very appreciated, and I just want to thank you for that. And if you haven't checked it out yet, go check it out. I'll leave a link down below. And one of the things I published about recently was squash and the difficulties of growing squash. We have very, very bad luck growing squash here in Georgia because we have those squash bugs everywhere. So you see right here on the leaves, that is squash bug eggs. There's more there. Pretty much probably covered with squash bugs under the leaves if I look. So I'm noticing that these pumpkins are producing a lot of male flowers and not a lot of female flowers, or any female flowers yet. That's something I also discussed in that blog post about squash, so go check it out if you're interested. I'm looking to see, well, there is, that don't look like a pumpkin. Who are you? That looks more like my lemon summer squash. Oh look, there's more. So they're producing the female flowers now on this end of the vine, apparently. So that's good. I was gonna show you if I could find a female flower. I'll show you one. This is so cool, y'all. I did not know that I had some baby squash out here. I thought this was a pumpkin this whole time. That's interesting because lemon squash that are shaped like that I've grown before in this garden, do not grow long vines like this. So it's probably some kind of cross. Okay, so this is actually a flower that has not opened yet. That is a female flower. You notice it already has the round shape underneath it like a squash. That is not a squash yet. That flower will have to be fertilized to become a fruit. So we're starting to get some female growth on this vine here. That's awesome. I went ahead and harvested this, and I will cut it up and serve it with dinner. It could be a white pumpkin. I'm starting to wonder, because I did have some white varieties, but it's soft still, so either way it's edible. Squash will cross, summer squash will cross with winter squash, and it doesn't always produce a nice yummy fruit, but it is definitely still edible, and that's what counts. Alright, so you see there, that looks like a bloom that either got broken or it wasn't fertilized, so it's dropping off as an undeveloped fruit. You see right here we've got another female flower starting, and here we've got a female flower starting. So we are starting to get some female fruits in these vines. I don't know if it's going to be pumpkin or some other interesting fruit for us to eat, but we will see, won't we? It's funny. Oh wow, this grass is tall. So a couple of you have asked why don't we put the goats in here. There are highly toxic weeds in here. The goats cannot go in here. It would be a death sentence for them. Hearts, where do you think you're going? Are you gonna go up to the house with me? Hi, what do you think? Is this something yummy you want? Oh, you're gonna eat the weeds that are clinging to my hands. You wanna eat squash? You're thinking about it, aren't you? Come on, Hearts. So Hearts is kind of free range when we're out here. So she was eating her bucket of extra grain with the beet pulp, and then she noticed that I was I don't know what that is. That hurt. Come on. Well, that was a close call. I'm pretty sure that that was a wilted cherry tree that Ryan cut down. Yeah. I've told him that if he cuts any cherry, that it is to be carried far, 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 far away from where my goats could ever get it. Wilted cherry, if you don't know, produces cyanide, which is deadly. Deadly to goats. Not just toxic diarrhea and throwing up. Death. I just stuck my fingers into Heart's mouth and pulled those leaves out. I am 99% sure I got them all, because I went back up into her throat with my fingers. She didn't like that very much. I got bit. It hurt. Goats' teeth are very sharp, believe it or not. Yeah, they are. Well, so anyway, great article about squash. There's also a great article about my grilled peach recipe. So if all 5,000 of you went over to my blog and subscribed, that'd be awesome, because right now I only got like 20 subscribers. So thank you for watching. Thank you for checking out my blog, and we'll see you next time on Wholesome Roots.